back to my channel. Long time no see. To be honest, I actually failed the statistic for this modeling exam once before, but now I'm really happy to share that I have finally passed it. And that's exactly why this video exists. I want to share how I study and what have me pass the SRM exam. Also, this is the first vlog where I speak totally in English. The reason is simple. I want to improve my English, so I'm trying to create an environment where I can speak more often. If I mispronounce something or make a grammatical mistake, please feel free to let me know in the comment. I would really appreciate your feedback and thank you all so much. As many of you know, the earlier actuarial exams such as BE or FM are heavily calculation based. However, when you reach the SRM exam, the structure of exam changes quite a lot. Around 80 to 70% of the exam focus on conceptual understanding and theoretical knowledge, so the way we study needs to change as well. This is simply my personal experience and perspective. So if you have other effective study strategies, please feel free to share them in the comments so everyone can learn from each other. Okay, let's get started! Why did I fail the SRM exam? Here is the result from my failed attempt. At that time, I assumed that since SRM is mostly theoretical, there would be very few computation questions, maybe 2 or 3 questions. Because of that assumption, I didn't spend much time to memory formula and practice calculation problem. However, in the actual exam, there was around 10 questions that require calculation. It was only when I retook the exam and finally passed it that I realized something important. Though calculation questions are actually some of the easiest point on the exam, they are not designed to be tricky and it's usually straightforward.
My first piece of advice is, make sure you memorize the key formulas and practice enough calculation problems so that you become familiar with the problem types and comfortable using your calculator. In many cases, these computational questions are much easier to score than the theoretical ones.
For the theory-based question, I later realized that during my first attempt, I didn't study concept deeply enough. When doing practice question, I often reached a situation where I could eliminate 3 wrong answers, but I was still hesitating between the 2 final options. After failing the exam, I spent time figuring out what study method worked best for me when learning theoretical material. I would like to start the method eventually have me pass the exam. How did I study to pass the exam? Some people start with the textbook first, while others prefer to begin with the syllabus. Personally, I will start with the syllabus. This allows me to quickly obtain overview of what topics are tested in SRM, and it also prevent me from feeling overwhelmed when opening a textbook that is more than 700 pages long. After reviewing the syllabus, I then read the textbook topic by topic according to the syllabus structure, and I take note summarizing the key theoretical concepts for each section like that. My handwriting is not very nice and my notes mix Vietnamese and English. The email are only for illustration, so I will try to explain the idea as clearly as possible. And the study manual I was using ATEC 2019, but you can use other study material as well. When I take note, I often focus on 4 main components: definition, advantage or disadvantage, example, and comparison or connection between topic because many SRM questions are designed with small chap. Sometimes a single word like inquiry or decree can completely change whether statement is correct or incorrect. Okay, for example,
Topic 1 in the syllabus is Basic Statistical Learning. In this topic, we study concepts such as parametric versus non-parametric methods, supervised versus unsupervised learning. Let's look at a quick example about parametric versus non-parametric methods. Parametric approaches typically involve two main steps. 1. Assume a functional form for the model. 2. Estimate the parameters of that function using training data. Non-parametric approaches do not impose an explicit functional form for the model. Advantages of parametric: we only need to estimate a limited set of parameters, which simplifies the estimation process. Advantages of non-parametric methods: they are generally more flexible and can provide a better fit to the data. Disadvantages of parametric methods: if the assumed functional form is far from the true underlying function, the model may produce poor estimates. Disadvantages of non-parametric methods: they often require more observations and more computation, since more aspects of the function must be estimated. About common point: both parametric and non-parametric approaches can potentially lead to overfitting if model complexity is not properly controlled. Examples: logistic regression is an example of a parametric method. Classification trees are examples of non-parametric methods. About comparison summary: flexibility: non-parametric methods are more flexible. Number operation: non-parametric methods typically require more observations. Interpretability: parametric models are usually easier to interpret.
a small finally note in SRM, many questions ask which statement are true or false, or which property of the model are correct or incorrect. This means that for every incorrect statement, we should understand exactly why is it wrong. That requires a very solid understanding for the theory. For example, increased flexibility always leads to a better estimate of the two functions. Do you think this statement is true or false? The answer is false. Increasing flexibility may lead to a better estimate, but in not always guarantee a better estimate. In fact, too much flexibility may lead to overfitting. However, if the statement were increased flexibility does not always lead to better estimates of the true function, then this statement would be correct. Okay, about calculation question, just memorize the key formula and get comfortable with your calculator. Yeah, that's all. And finally, I wish all of you who are preparing for the SRM exam the best of luck, and I hope you can perform well and pass the exam on the first attempt. Okay, bye bye, see ya.